Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story? It's anonymous. I cannot believe how quickly it is all falling apart. 1 minute I was filled with hope, and the next I am now spiraling into a nightmare that I cannot even escape. You know, when you are desperate, you will believe almost in anything, trust most anyone. This is what led me to a man who is a sangoma from Zim, who promised to unlock wealth for me, but instead of wealth, all that I gained was loss, fear, and something that I don't think I'll ever truly be free from. My financial troubles, they started a few years ago. No matter what I did, it seemed like money slipped through my fingers like sand. I had dreams of starting my own business, but without financial backing, I was stuck in a dead-end job and barely paid the bills. Friends and family around me were moving forward, building their lives, whilst I felt like I was trapped in one place. I wanted a way out, anything that could pull me up and give me the life that I believed that I deserved. One day, my cousin came to visit, looking more successful than ever. Her car still new, her clothes, designer clothes, and her confidence unbreakable. I asked her what her secret was, and she leaned in with a knowing smile, whispering, and that was when she told me that she had gone to Zim. Oh, the cousin had gone to Zim to visit a sangoma. Who was that? I asked. She looked around as if someone might be listening, and then she said, "He's a powerful sangoma in Zim. He can do things most healers won't even dare to try, but it's not for everyone, for it requires a sacrifice." A sacrifice, I repeated, feeling a chill running down my spine. What kind of a sacrifice? That was when she told me that, this sacrifice, it is not something like they say it on social media. It is just a small thing that you do, and the wealth, she said, is worth it. She did not go into the details, but she did not need to, because my mind was already made up. I was tired of struggling, of watching others succeed, whilst I was just struggling, barely getting by. So I scraped together the little that I had, enough for the trip to Zim, hoping that this would give me a chance. When I arrived in the capital of that country, I was full of hope, but I was nervous. This man had promised me to get on the bus, which I took at Bosman, and he had spoken with the bus driver as well as the other man, saying that I was a client, a South African one. I was supposed to be given a warm Zim welcome, which I got very well. By the time that we arrived, they kept me safe, told me not to exit the bus, for there was a car that was waiting for me, as if I was someone that was truly special. But now I can see the reason as to why this man wanted me at his shrine before someone had rattled my feathers. It was because the things that he gave me, yes, indeed, they are demonic. So by the time that his boys came to pick me up, I said, this traditional healer, he is very rich, most, because there was a Range Rover that came to pick me up. I was even shocked. So I had so much hope. When you know that your healer, he can send his boys to pick you up, like I'm just one of his regular, just customer, and here he sends a Range Rover to pick me up. This made me to think that indeed I was special. And then we arrived at the place where he was staying, and whilst we were waiting in the queue, I saw that there were other people that were there and that were saying that this man, he was very powerful. But most of the people, what surprised me, they were from that country, but some of them, they had bags, big bags, saying that they had came to dump their tokologies, because this man, he is on a quest to collect as many tokologies as he can from people, and he will resell these tokologies, I can see, to people like me who did not know anything. I spoke with some of the families, and they told me how they had acquired these tokologies. Mainly, they had acquired these tokologies so that they can do the farming in the villages. But I told myself that I am much more clever. I knew what I was doing, even though when one man told me that there is nothing good that will ever come out of it. He even said that, right now, do you know that I am sleeping with that woman? For his Bluetooth he had connected with that woman's body, and he was busy sleeping with that woman against her will, but in the spirit. He said, if you think that you are lying, oh so gross, he pointed at his manhood. I saw that that thing, it was sticking up and pushing his trousers up and down, and I saw that there was his semen that came out. I saw the trousers, it was wet, and he looked at me and he said, do you think that this is good for a human being to do these things? And at the end of the day, when you lust after a woman, this happens to you. But I ignored everything, and my turn came. And after my turn had came, I went into the consultation room, and then the man that met me, he said, you have come for wealth. That one I know. And I said, yes, I have come here for wealth. I need it more than anything. He watched me and he said, wealth, it is a powerful thing, but you need to know that for me to connect with your ancestors, there is blood that will be needed. Are you willing to shed blood? And I said, yes, I'm ready. He instructed me to place some items. He told one of his followers to take a scissors, and then they cut a little bit of my hair. And then I was told that when I arrived back in my country, there was some few charms that were given to me and a red cloth that I had to bury close to my doorstep, and his spirits, they were going to find me and to bring me the money that I so much desired. As he was speaking with me, that was when I saw that these things, they are serious. That country, it has a lot of muti. This man, he said, if you think that I am going to scam you of your money, watch this. This man, he got up from where he was seated, and he removed this other big mirror and he gave it to me. I saw myself from the time that I was very little, and I saw that one of my auntie who was fighting against my mother had bewitched me, and he told me that that was where my life went so wrong. In natural ways, I was never going to be wealthy, only using these charms and speaking with the ancestors. I returned to South Africa a very happy man. I followed his instructions exactly. I buried the bundle outside my front door, saying the words he had taught me. As I stood there in the dark, covering the bundle with soil, a strange feeling indeed, saying that this is the time for me to be rich. I pushed everything aside, the terrible thoughts, and then I started to have headaches. I did not understand what was going on. I would take grandpa, but the headache would not go away. And then I called that man from Zim, and I told him that this was what was happening to me. He said that he was going to consult on my behalf. Hey, this is what this man wants from me. This man, he is now saying that I am owing him 220k. I said, 220k for what? He said that for the consultation on the phone as well as the interest. I said, interest for what? And he said that the charms that he gave to me, they were for hire, so they were supposed to work for me for only a week. I was going to make more than money that was going to be enough for me to enjoy almost for the rest of my life. Now that it was more than 2 months keeping these charms, not sending them back to him, so I was owing him a lot of money plus interest on top, and that consultation that we had done on the phone, so it was amounting to all of that money. I said, man, are you crazy? Do you think that I can just pick that money up and give it to you? And he said, you came here, I gave you some things that can make you to become a millionaire, by now I'm sure that you are a millionaire, so please just give me my percentage. I am not asking for much. For now, I know that you have a lot of money. I said, I do not have any money. I don't have any money. Where do you think I'm going to get this money? And if I had made this money, I would have told you. This man, he then dumped me. He dropped the call. So me and my cousin sister in the family, people do not know that we did these rituals. And my sister returned back to that place. Since she has money, she called me. She was crying and said that the old man has left the place where he was staying. People found out that he was selling this tokoloshi. You come to him with a tokoloshi. When you leave, he exchanged the tokoloshi for you. If you have a tokoloshi that was used for farming, he takes it and he pretends as if he has destroyed it. But when you return back to your village, you find out that your problems do not go away. When you consult, then you are told that you have been given a tokoloshi and it is giving birth right in your home. And he was leaving them with curses when he took their money. And my cousin sister was told that she is not the first one to lose the way that she was losing. This was after she had lost her son after the burial. She was on the flight and she went straight to Zim. So right now I am just struggling, as well as my sister is struggling. My sister is seeing her own son who passed away, and as for me, I am haunted by what this man gave me. I can even see people that speak with me telling me that they died so that they can work for me, and they are waiting for me to give them enough blood that can strengthen them so that they can go to work. This is my story, and I do not know how I am going to get myself out of this hole that I have jumped into. If there are people that know more about this, please assist me. The blood that is required, it is physical blood, not spiritual blood like what they did with my sister to kill his son. As for me, I have been told that since I am owing a lot of money, one has to be killed, and I have to participate in that murder, in which I am unwilling to do that. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.